Hello my friends, this is Linol Anderson here with you guys with a brand new video, and today's video is extremely important. It's important for your survival, my friends, and it's about the real pandemic facing humanity right now, and that, my friends, is the starvation pandemic. That's right. In the short, near future, my friends, we're going to be seeing millions, if not billions of people face starvation. And it is the next part of the New World Order agenda. So we're going to get into that today, what's happening around the world, and what you can do to survive. But before we get to that, I'm going to encourage everybody to subscribe. As I say, subscribe to survive. I cover it all from New World Order, Illuminati, extraterrestrials, UFOs, occult, and much, much more. And also, join me on Patreon. If you're a fan of my work, your support would mean the world. Helps me continue making videos. So, check me out on Patreon. Exclusive content. We've got the health class, the occult class, good spiritual-based type videos, and tons of other great perks you get there. So check it out. Link is in the description of this video. Your support means the world to me. Thank you very much. Now let's get to the video, shall we? Alright, so yes, with the whole scamdemic that we've seen in the past couple years, and now this whole Ukraine-Russia conflict, we are now dealing with the consequences of those two events that were both planned by the New World Order. That's right, my friends, very real consequences that were once again all planned out by the global elite, the New World Order. This starvation crisis that we're starting to watch manifest has all been carefully planned out by the New World Order. They want to starve millions, if not billions of people to death, and it's already begun. With the lockdowns in the first scamdemic, we saw millions of people in Africa die of starvation. But now it's not just Africa, my friends. We're looking at a worldwide, global problem now. Okay? So today I'm going to tell you a few things that are happening that are causing this and what we can do about it. So the first thing I want to bring your attention to is these droughts. That's right. Humanity is facing a mega drought right now in many parts of the world, even the United States of America. That's right. Climate crisis. I'm reading this off an article. Oh, you just had to type in mega droughts. The first thing pops up. The climate crisis, of course, they're blaming it on climate change. When it was them, it wasn't climate change. It was them doing this. But yes, climate crisis has made Western U.S. mega drought worse in 1,200 years. We're looking at the worst mega drought in 1,200 years in the United States of America. That's right. The mega drought, which has gripped Western U.S. states, include California and Arizona over the past 2 decades, has been made substantially worse by the human-caused climate change crisis. New research has showed, resulting in the region's driest period in about 1,200 years. Extreme heat and dryness in the West over the past 2 years have pushed the drought that began in 2000 past the conditions seen during a mega drought in the late 1500s. So we got that going on in the United States, but also all over the world there's been droughts, okay? And what does a drought mean? That means farmers aren't going to be getting very good crops, okay? A lot of farmers can't even plant their crops this year for producing the food. So if we got the entire world slumping with droughts, well, what does that mean? That means we're not going to have as much food, which means people are going to starve, okay? So yeah, they're blaming climate change on this one. And we know they can control the weather. We know they could produce rain if they wanted to, like they did in Vietnam. So why the hell aren't they producing rain to give us the crops and everything this year? Because it's planned. They want to starve us. But that's not all, my friends. These droughts affecting the world isn't all. A big problem is fertilizer. All you got to do is type in fertilizer on Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever, Brave, and type it into the news and read all the headlines. Rising fertilizer costs are catching up to rice farmers, threatening supplies. Fertilizer producer says UP shipment restrictions could threaten crops. Fertilizer supply shortage and price hike leads to concern for New Brunswick farmers. A fertilizer shortage worsened by the war in Ukraine is driving up global food prices and scarcity. And it goes on, pages and pages of fertilizer shortages around the world. Fertilizer, that's what we use to eat food, to grow our food, fertilizer. Now we're having shortages all around the world, okay? And of course, they're blaming the war with Russia and Ukraine. They admit it was a problem even before then, but now this has made it worse. And then we got Putin saying that he's banning fertilizer to certain countries and so on. And this one article here, this is just breaking news within the last day. The fertilizer producer says Union Pacific shipment restrictions could threaten crops. CF Industries says UP seeks 20% reduction in company's shipments of fertilizer as part of an effort to reduce rail congestion. Okay, so because of rail congestion, there's gonna fertilizer shipments aren't going to be reaching some people. Now is the time these farmers need to be planting their crops. And now it says in Deerfield, Illinois, Union Pacific plans to begin metering traffic as of today, will curtail fertilizer shipments and put crops at risk, a major fertilizer producer says. The timing of this action by Union Pacific could not come at a worse time for farmers. CF Industries CEO Tony Will said in a statement on Thursday, not only will fertilizer be delayed by these shipping restrictions, but additional fertilizer needed to complete spring applications may be unable to reach farmers at all. By placing this arbitrary restriction on just a handful of shippers, Union Pacific is jeopardizing farmers' harvests and increasing the cost of food for consumers. That's right. Why are they doing this right now? Oh, to reduce rail congestion. They're going to put in jeopardy millions of people. It's us who are going to have to pay for it because there's going to be less food, less fertilizer, less crops. Food here is going to go sky high. And a lot of people are going to start starving. Oh, it's all to reduce rail congestion. No way. It's a damn well deliberate thing that the New World Order, powers that be, are doing to humanity because they want to starve us, as I said, my friends. Oh, and then there's another scamdemic that's come to humanity that I haven't talked to you guys about. And that is the avian bird flu. That's right, the avian bird flu is back. Worst it's been in years, they're saying. It's just spreading around birds right now. But they're saying that, oh, it could spread to humans. As of right now, this bird flu isn't risky to humans. Only one case has been confirmed in Europe. But it could. Oh, we'll see. But it's a big threat to the birds. Oh, yeah. As of right now, my friends, there have been over 24 million birds killed in the United States alone, and the majority of them being chickens. We're seeing millions of chickens being killed because they're worried they might have the bird flu. They may have been exposed to the bird flu. Okay? They're saying it's the worst avian flu since 2014, 2015, led the CDC to offer precautions against the human spread. So they gotta kill all the chickens just in case. And what's this doing? Driving up prices of eggs, okay? And driving up the prices of meat, chicken meat. Yeah. They're killing all the chickens, my friends. Once again, this is going to lead to the food shortages. Joe Biden, Justin Trudeau, both came out, said, oh yeah, the food shortages are coming. It's going to be real, man. Biden said. They're telling us. Biden, Trudeau, telling us, coming right out, saying there's going to be food shortages, warning us of what's coming. So it's all happening, all by design. Going to be a worldwide thing here, my friends. Worldwide. It's not just happening in North America, although North America is getting hit hard, but it's happening all over. So expect the prices to go up. Expect to go to the grocery store and not find your favorite foods. You're going to be lucky to find food if there's food left. Expect that. And unfortunately, it's going to be countries like Africa, Middle East, some parts of Asia like India. They're going to get hit hard the most. And unfortunately, millions of people, just this year, are going to start dropping dead from starvation. They're going to start starving to death in these third world countries. It's going to happen. And we're going to be seeing the effects of this here in North America and Europe. I would say probably by the end of summer, beginning of fall, is when you're really going to start seeing the inflation. Inflation's already bad, but the prices are really going to start going up then. Because, see, we're running on last year's food supply right now, okay? Everything we got right now is all of the year before. And now we're going to be having all these complications happening with this year's crop. And like I said, by the end of the summer here is when our supply of last year's supply is going to start running out. And that's when the food shortages, you'll start seeing them. And prices are going to start going way up, sky high, unlike we've ever seen before. And it's just not going to be a good situation. And like I said, in these unfortunate countries, third world countries, they're going to start starving to death. And here, it's just going to be absolute chaos. So what can you do to have a chance at survival of not starving? Right now, this year, my friends, this summer, this spring, hell, the time to start planting and growing food is in May. So next month, a couple weeks here, you got to start growing a garden. That's right. Even if you've never done it before, which I haven't, you got to learn. YouTube, look how to start a garden, how to grow in these little boxes. You could buy these little black boxes, you know, and do it in there. Or if you have a backyard, dig up a garden. You got to learn how to do it. YouTube it, Google it, figure it out. Even if you've never done it before, now is the time to learn. That's what I'm doing, and that's what you got to do. You got to start growing your own food. Stock up on seeds. That's right. Start buying seeds, my friends. Seeds are very, very important because one day they're going to stop selling them because the New World Order wants to control everything. That's right. Someday we won't even be able to get seeds. I think seeds are going to be a form of currency in the future. So buy seeds now as soon as you can. Start learning how to grow gardens this year. Plant everything you can. Tomatoes, broccoli, lettuce, cucumbers, blueberries, strawberries. Get going on it, my friends. Because if you don't do it, you're going to be affected by these food shortages, by this starvation. You cannot be depending on the grocery store anymore. As horrible as it is to say, we can't, because this is their plan. And it's, number one, you're not going to be able to afford it, and number two, you're going to starve without it. So if you want a fighting chance, if you want to survive, you better be growing a garden if you can. And hey, if you live in an apartment or something like that, it sucks. But if you have a balcony, well, like I said, you could buy these containers, these black containers, and there's stuff you could buy. You could even start a little garden right on your balcony. If there's a will, there's a way, and you got to try and make it work, my friends, because the consequences are too severe if we don't act now, you know, because this is what they're doing. They're doing it. They're doing it, my friends. The New World Order is trying to starve us out. We need you warriors in the game here, you people watching. We need you in the fight to bring down the New World Order. You awake humans. We don't want you starving. So please do what you can. Get ready. Get prepared. Stock up on food and water while you still can. Okay? And don't even get me into the issues of running out of water like people in California and whatnot with the article we read before about the mega drought. One day the water, you're going to go turn the water taps on. Nothing's going to come out. Because they also want us to dehydrate to death too. So stock up on water. Get yourself water filters. Emergency water filters, or you could just go down to the river and take the water out of there and filter the water and drink the river water once it's filtered, of course. You got to be doing these things, my friends, to stay alive. Okay, and I'm here to bring this news to you guys and help you get prepared. If you want to support my efforts to bring you guys this information, join me on Patreon. It means the world to me. Link in the description, and subscribe to survive, because I got more breaking videos. We're going to have an upcoming video about how the internet's going to be going down soon. That's right. learn this information while you still can. That video will be coming in the near future, so subscribe to survive. Lionel signing off. Have yourselves a good one.